Haven't heard from you. Tell me about the show. I want to hear from you, please.
The show stank. The crowds hated it, the critics hated it, I hated it. It was nostalgic shit. You can't go home again and you can quote me on that. No, I'm turning to photography now. Realism. Andy, couldn't I see you? You're kind of all I have left.
I'll be in New York on Tuesday the 19th. Have to make a fundraising speech at a dinner. I could stop by your place afterwards.
I'll be there all evening.
Red roses. This time I think I know what they mean.
All I know is that after last night, I want to see you again. Any chance of any other fundraisers coming up in the near future? Miss Walpole, are you there? Are you delivering the mail?
I'm sorry I've taken so long to reply. I've been upstate mending a few fences, and then Zurich for a 3-day economic conference. Then a weekend with Jane, mending a few fences there. Darling, I'll have to ask you not to telephone the office. Every call has to be logged in, and most of them get screened by these overeager college interns who like to rush back to Cambridge and New Haven and announce to their classmates in political science that Senator Ladd is shacking up on the side. These phones simply aren't secure. At long last, the letter beats out the telephone, my love. I plan to come through New York next Wednesday, and I'll call you from the airport if there's time to stop by.
Sweetheart, I loved seeing you. Did you ever dream we'd be so good at sex? I figure 50 years went into that night. Come again soon, or sooner?
I'm already making plans.
I have to go to San Francisco to visit the girls. Can we meet somewhere on the way?
I don't know how we could possibly go public.
Some country inn, some deliciously seedy motel.
I don't see how.
I can see you for more than just a few hours.
Price we have to pay.
You know, I'm getting so I can think about nothing but you.
I'm not sure I can change my whole life so radically, Jane. Jane, the children, my particular constituency.
You become the center of my life. I don't think if I...
Better lie low.
I need you. I mean, you're my anchor man these days. Without you, I don't think I can... I haven't heard from you in 6 weeks, Andy. Is this it?
Senator and Mrs. Andrew M. Ladd III and family send you warm holiday greetings and every good wish for the new year. May I see you again? Dear Mrs. Gardner, I seem to have lost touch with Melissa again. I wonder if you might send me her latest address? Dear Melissa, my mother wrote me that you'd return to the land of Oz. I'm flying up next Thursday to see you.
Stop! Please, stay away. I've let myself go. I'm fat, I'm ugly, my hair is horrible. I'm locked in at the funny farm all week, and then Mother gets me weekends if I'm good. They put me on all sorts of new drugs, and half the time I don't make any sense at all. I can't even do finger painting without fucking it up. My girls won't talk to me on the telephone. They say I upset them too much. Andy, I've made a mess of things. A total ghastly mess. I mean, I don't like life anymore. I hate it. I mean, sometimes, you know, I just think that if you and I... Just stay away, Andy. Please.
Arriving Saturday morning, we'll meet you at your mother's.
I do not want to see you! Andy, if you come here, I will be gone. Swear to God, I'll be gone.
Dear Mrs. Gardner, I think think the first letter I ever wrote was to you, accepting an invitation for Melissa's birthday party. Now I'm writing you again about her death. I want to say a few things on paper I couldn't say at her funeral, both when I spoke and when you and I talked afterward. As you may know, Melissa and I managed to keep in touch with each other most of our lives, primarily through letters. Even now, as I write this letter to you, I feel I'm writing it also to her.
You're in your element now, Andy.
We had a complicated relationship, she and I, all of our lives. We went in very different directions, but somehow, over all those years, I think we managed to give something to each other. Melissa expressed all the dangerous and rebellious feelings I never dared admit to.
Now you tell me.
And I'd like to think that I gave her some sort of balance.
Balance? Okay, fine, Andy. Have it your way. Balance.
Most of the things I did in life, I did with her partly in mind. And if I said or did anything inauthentic, I could almost hear her groaning over my shoulder. But now she's gone. I really don't know how I'll get along without her.
You'll survive.
I have a wonderful wife, fine children, and a place in this world I feel proud of. But the death of Melissa suddenly leaves a huge gap in my life.
Andy.
The thought of never again being able to write her, to connect to her,
Andy.
to get some signal back from her fills me with an emptiness which is hard to describe.
Stop.
I don't think that there are many men in this world who have had the benefit of such a friendship with such a woman. But it was more than friendship too. I know now that I loved her. I loved her. Even from the day I met her when she walked into second grade, looking like the lost princess of Oz.
I can't bear this.
I don't think I've ever loved anyone the way I loved her, and I know I never will. She was at the heart of my life, and already I miss her desperately. I just wanted to say this to you and to her. Sincerely, Andy Ladd.